guys, everybody on that listening along. Have a good evening.
Okay, Al. You're just in time. It's now 8 p.m. And thank you for checking in. And so with that, I'd like to say welcome everyone. This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu, VA3 CJZ. My name is Chuck, and I'm here in East Hamilton, opening the Amateur Radio Exchange Room, AREG, Wednesday, September 28th. September 25th. Got the date wrong there. Sorry, but we are already at the end of September. That's crazy. All right, so this is the longest running Simplex Net in the Hamilton area. Started by John, VE3JSU, over 31 years ago. And now we are at week 1619, 1,619 times that AREG has been on the air weekly. This net is on every Wednesday night, starting at 8 p.m. and ending around 10 p.m. local time, here on 146.430. And since this is a Simplex Net, not everyone will be able to hear everyone else. So I stream the net on YouTube, so people who tune in can hear stations they cannot hear on their radio. They can hear how their audio sounds on the air and see their signal strength, as well as see my station layout. Just type my call into the YouTube search box and look for us live. Tonight we'll be under the title AREG Week 1619. Finally, we ask that you please leave a 1 second delay minimum in between transmissions to allow others to break in. And so, are there any time-sensitive or mobile stations or quick in and out that would like to check in first, like Al did? Please come now.
VE3 PDL. VA3 any?
VE3 MRX.
VE3 KMQ.
VA3 COF.
Okay, I've got 6 stations there. First was VA3 NFL earlier, and now we have VE3 NE, VE3 PDL, VE3 MRX. Bill, thanks for checking in. Paul, Kevin, and VE3 KMQ Mike, and Damien, I believe, VE3 COF, VA3 COF. Anyone else for quick in and out?
VA3 OYL.
VA3 TM.
Okay, I heard VA3 OYL and VA3 TM, Tango Mike. Thank you, Debbie and Tom for checking in tonight. Quick in and out. And so with that, let's open up the net and see who else is out there that would like to check in with us and say hello. This is VA3 CJZ.
Victor Alpha 3, India Mike Whiskey. I'm here for the duration.
Okay. All right. This is my first time taking so many early check-ins or quick in and outs. Did anyone that check in have any traffic? Please come now.
I vote Debbie goes first.
Second that, PDL.
All right. So let's go ahead and say hello to Debbie, VA3 OYO.
Why, thank you, everyone. All is well here, and I had to take the new puppy to the new dog. I caught a puppy to the vet today. She has bronchitis, so she's full of drugs. But other than that, she's doing good, and everything else is good here. And that's all that's going on. I won't be attending the Ham Fest. I'm not available Saturday, so I'm sad about that. Back to you.
Okay, very good. Well, sorry to hear about your little furry friend there with the bronchitis. I think I've only heard about that a couple of times. I actually have heard a dog sounding pretty rough there. Okay, very good. Let's see. Someone, Steel City Coach, is saying there's an echo in there on the YouTube stream. Is that still there, Coach? All right, so we'll just get rid of one of these and continue on. All right, very good. All right, Deb, thanks so much for checking in. How you been feeling there, okay? Oh, yes. I'm so thankful I don't get ragweed allergy anymore. When I turned 18 years old, I started getting, at the end of summer, I'd be getting stuffed sinuses, and I couldn't breathe through my nose during the night. It was horrible for years. And then I think when I turned 50 or somewhere around there, it eased off and went away. So I'm thankful for that. Anyways, Deb, anything else before I carry on? Okay, Deb, thank you. We'll get back to you in a bit. Let's say hello to VA3NE, Kevin, my neighbor. How are you, Kevin? All right, I guess Kevin is in and out. Let's say hello to PDL real quick. VE3 Papa Delta Lima. Okay, Paul. Well, thanks for checking in and for the audio help earlier. And we'll talk to you in a bit. So with that, let's say hello to Bill, VE3MRX. Okay, very good then. Thanks for checking in, Bill. All right then, so we'll clear with VE3MRX and quickly say hello to VE3KMQ, Mike.
lo and behold, the first contact I had was a station from Finland. So that was kind of neat. Rest were all stateside,
right.
but nonetheless, a lot of fun.
There we go.
Spent about, 2.5, 3 hours doing that, and also enjoyed the area up there. Really nice. And that was my weekend. So just thought I'd share that with you and others, and swing it back to you there, Chuck. B3KMQ.
Oh yes, if the weather is cooperating, fall camping is awesome. Or even going out for day trips just away from the city. We'll be seeing the leaves change soon, and yep, next thing you know, you know what comes next. But I understand we on Sunday there was a coronal mass ejection, and we were supposed to get hit by it today around 5 p.m. And so I know the conditions weren't great this morning and throughout the day. So, but we were pretty lucky on the weekend. Conditions 10 meters, 15, 17, we're all opening up. And so that was a lot of fun. I got a couple of new countries. And yeah, hopefully this geostorm will pass quickly. Back to you.
Yeah, I'll turn it over to KCI in just a minute before I close there, Chuck. Seems to me I heard something about that on the news. But anyway, those things happen. And you're right. This time of the year, it's going to be very nice to change color in the leaves. And unfortunately, that 4-letter word is just around the corner. But what can you do? Listen, I won't hold it, Chuck. There's others I know who want to check in. Always good talking to you. And I'll pass along 73 and have yourself a great evening. VE3KMQ.
Okay, Mike, thanks again, and have a great rest of the week. Thank you for checking in. Okay, VE3 Kilo Charlie India, I have you in the log. Please stand by. Let's say hello to Damien, VA3 COF.
Yeah, good afternoon. Good evening, Chuck. Thanks for running the net. Yeah, just on my way home from work and a Costco run, so thought I'd give you a quick check-in while I could listen to you. All going well from my end, over.
Oh, very good, very good. You enjoying the lovely weather? You know, we did need some rain. I know it hadn't rained for a couple of weeks, and so I'm sure that helped out the last bit of vegetation that some people might have, or some flowers that are out. And so it's been at least a couple of weeks before we had any rain there. So anyhow, I hope you've been well, and thanks for checking in, Damien.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, that was quite a storm we had during the night. Was it last night? With a lot of thunderstorms activity, or might have been the night before. But yeah, just a reminder for everyone for the Hamilton Hamfest on Saturday up at Ancaster. 73s from me, Chuck.
Okay. Do you know, Damien, if they'll have the talk-in frequency?
I believe they're working on it. I think Marty was, he's tied up at the Warplane Museum. They've got a whole heap of cadets there, so he can't do it this year. I'm not certain who will be doing that, but I'm sure we'll be doing something there.
Okay, very good. Well, I hope it's the weather holds out and lots of people show up. Thanks for checking in, Damien. I'll let you get on your way, and I appreciate your check-in. Great signal tonight. Okay, so let's say hello to Tom, VA3 Tango Mike. Okay, so I guess Tom was a quick in and out. Let's move down the line and say hello to Mac, VA3 IMW.
I was waiting for the repeater tail to drop, and it's just not there. Good evening, Chuck. Hope you're doing well. Enjoying some seasonal temperatures. actually probably better than normal, but not letting the gray skies deflate our overall attitude. Good day today. Google was kind enough to warn me of some impending traffic problems, so it was another day of taking the back roads up to Guelph, and managed to get there still under an hour. Anyways, I'm pretty sure that Art is chomping at the bit to get in and say hello. I'm not sure if you have a copy on him tonight. You can let me know. But yeah, the weekend should be interesting. You can flip a coin and either go up to the Ancaster Fairgrounds and wander around and look at stuff that you don't need but you want anyways, or go down to Niagara Falls, and I forget which park it is, but we obviously have some guests that are camping down in POTA Park, some Canadian folks as well as friends in from the States there. So not sure which way I'm going to go, but I'm hoping that I have enough intestinal fortitude to motivate myself to get out and do something on Saturday morning. Saturday mornings are precious, and that second cup of coffee, sometimes things get delayed. Anyways, Charles, I'll let you let me know what you want to do with Art. I did hear him in the background. If you want to work him directly, feel free, but if you need a relay, you can count on the man on the mountain. Roger?
Copy that. Okay, Mac, thank you very much. And I did have Wade in there as well, but let's take Art in. VE3 Kilo Charlie India. Okay, well, I got an S4 of 90% static, and so I will need a relay from Mac, please.
Okay, there you go. So looks like KCI's got a much improved signal. He's now like 30, almost 40 over S9 to me tonight. So that puts him up there with Albert. So anyways, Art is commenting on how nice the weather is and how the weekend is approaching with the event in Ancaster, how that's going to be interesting. And apparently Art's got a good copy on everybody so far. So any questions for Art before we carry on?
Let's see. Well, first, I'd like to say thank you, Art, for checking in. I'm not sure if you can hear me. I guess so. I'm just having trouble on my end, but just want to say thanks for checking in, and feel free to jump in later on once we get through all the initial check-ins, and maybe you can participate with us during the audience participation segment. That's it, Mac.
All right. Art, do you want to confirm that you got a copy on Chuck? He's got an S4 noise level down at his side, so he's not able to get a clear copy on you. Go ahead, Art. Chuck, so he's got you with an S7 up the hill, and obviously he's really satisfied with the performance of the ICOM radio and the setup that he's got running there so far. So he's glad to be able to hear and be heard for the most part. Okay, Art, So if you're here for the long run, let us know. And if on the other hand you want to depart, just break at any time, and we'll get you in there for your 73. So back to you, Art. Okay, QSL. All right, Chuck, he's here for the duration until he's not. And he'll let us know when he's going to exit. So I think that's it for the time being. Anyways, this is another chance for me to drop a bomb in everybody's ear. December 21st, Battlefield Park. Looking forward to everybody piling on down there so we can see each other and share a morning cup of coffee on the beginning of winter, WINTER, kind of when we start to see SNOW, and I know it's a four-letter word, but nonetheless. All right, Charles, we'll let you pick it up, and I'm sure there's a ton of folks waiting to say hello. So I'll take a back bench and just listen along.
Okay, very good. I do appreciate the relay. And I think I better close my window. I did want some cool air, but now I've got giant male mosquitoes flying in my shack here.
Males don't bite, but they want to. Never mind.
Yes, I know. Man, these ones are big. Oh, well. Okay, well, so much for the cool air out of that window. I do have another one, but it's, 15, 20 feet away. Okay, very good, Mac. Thanks again for the relay. And so with that, let's see who else is out there would like to check in with us here on the weekly Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is VA3CJZ.
VA3NCA. Victor Alpha 3, Lima Golf Golf.
Okay, got two stations there. We got Wade. Wade, you're already in my log from the YouTube stream, but come on in. And George, I think it is, LGG, you'll be next. Come on in, Wade.
VA3CJZ, VA3NCA. Good evening, Chuck, and good evening, everybody on net. Got here a little bit late to the mic because this was day 4 of my 4-day upgrade thing at work, but we got it done, and so far so good, touching wood. So freed up to sit for the rest of this net, and another good way to spend a Wednesday. This weekend we have Ancaster Fair. I do have to work, so I'm not sure. I definitely won't be able to find the time to get out to the park that is being activated. It's Rock Point, by the way. I'll mention some stuff about that in a second. But I might be able to sneak out for about an hour to the fair. I'm not sure yet what my schedule looks like, but have to rescue something ham radio related from the weekend. About the weekend, it's if people who know Joseph, the E3GKT, he's one of the organizers, and so from Joseph I get that they are doing this coming weekend, Niagara Peninsula POTA Meetup Meeting 2024. Some of them are camping over the whole weekend. Others are just doing the day for September the 28th at 10 a.m. It is a POTA park. It is Rock Point Provincial Park. So for those who want to join them, it is open invitation. That's the information. I think one of them might even be considering taking a kayak and heading to the close by Mohawk Island, which is a POTA park that is fairly highly sought after. I don't think it's had an activation, or if it has, it's had only a few. So that's a possible draw right there. They're good. It's assuming you want to get into a kayak in late September on the lake there. So, anyways, with that, I'll send it back to you there, Chuck. VA3NCA, back to net control.
Oh my! You just said a funny word there, kayak. I can't even get into a canoe, let alone a kayak. I'm not very lucky with weight displacement on water. But I remember the first time I brought my whole tackle box and fishing pole, and we had rented canoes. And good thing we started from shore. We had kind of a beach there, so I was able to get in with only 6-8 inches of water and flipped it. So tackle box got wet, so at least I didn't lose the whole thing down at the bottom of a lake. It was right at shore and the pole. But anyways, right on, very good. And what was I going to say? Um, yeah, it's a good thing I got to meet everyone at the Dundurn Castle get together we had not long ago, because I'm not going to be able to make it to this ham fest there, unfortunately. I'm so broke, I can't even pay attention. So, with that, back to you, Wade.
Yeah, there's lots of events, and you got to pick and choose. I understand that for sure. Yeah, I used to canoe quite a bit years ago. Haven't in a long time, so it's it would be great to get back to it. Just one more of those hobbies that just don't have time for at the moment. So someday, maybe. Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun to go see them in Rock Point, but between work and everything, I'm not going to be able to make that trip. Maybe next year, and if it happens next year, I wouldn't mind being on that canoe / kayak option, heading out to Mohawk Island. That would be a good park to have in the log. But maybe I'll be near a radio. Maybe we can pick them up and get them on the hunter side at very least. So there's that to look forward to. Anyways, I heard somebody in there behind me, so I won't hold it up. I will be here for the duration, though, listening along and looking forward to the rest of the net. Thanks for doing it, as always, there, Chuck. V83CJZ, V83NCA, back to net.
Before you go, is the audio okay now on the YouTube stream?
Yeah, much better, much better. Both radio side and your side. Your side was the only one with the echo, but you fixed that up, so it's sounding great right now.
Okay, finally got it right. Thank you. All right, before I pick up George, was there another check-in there or comment? Please come now.
Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Delta Victor, new check-in.
Okay, Cal, just stand by. We'll take in VA3 LGG first. George, come on in.
Good evening to you and everybody on net tonight. I have no traffic to report, just checking in and trying to get back into the ham radio again.
Again, another one who's been absent, I guess. How long have you been away from the radio?
I'm on and off, but the last week I've been really pushing to try and at least get on a few nets. I just got an HF rig set up, so I'm trying to get into that and enjoying myself. So I'm doing good and having fun so far. I just don't want to stop now.
All right, very good then, George. I understand you're close to Rick, VE3BK. I heard you checking in on Monday. And also, while I'm talking about Rick's net on Monday night, Albert was able to activate his first park, I do believe, and he was pleased as punch, I think, with all the check-ins from Rick's net. And of course, Rick wanted to work everybody also, so he could officially put them in his log. And so it was a great turnout Monday night. So again, Rick, VE3BK, has the Hamilton Amateur Radio Club HF net, and it's on 7.100 at 8 p.m. on Mondays. Be sure to join him. And so welcome to the hobby, George, and thanks for checking in. Is this your first? I think this is your first time checking in here, right?
I did it a while ago. It's been a while, but my last address, I was up the mountain, and I would skip over the brow, and I could never get in, and it was hard to hear half the time. So it wasn't something I got on often. But now that I'm below the mountain here, I can check in all the time.
All right, very good. You got a great signal over here by the Center Mall. I'm about 2 blocks south from there, and you're about 15 over S9, I believe. So great signal. You could back off the mic just a touch, and it won't rattle my my ears. I'm wearing earbuds here. So thank you for checking in, George. Anything else?
That's everything tonight. 7-3 to you and everybody else on that.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Let's move down to Cal, VA3, Charlie Delta Victor.
Hey, Chuck, how are you? Thanks for doing the net. I can hear you really good out here in Stony Creek.
Oh, very good, Cal. Well, you're coming in full scale according to my receive meter. So our antennas are definitely seeing each other. No problem there, Cal. I'm doing well. I'm looking forward to a 6-month procedure that I get for my back. I do have chronic back pain. It's been bothering me, and can't wait to get that done next month. Other than that, enjoying the lovely weather we've had in September, and it seems to be a yearly thing now. We have warm weather right till the end of September. So anything new and exciting with you there, Cal?
Yeah, actually, well, before I get into that, I just want to wish you well on your procedure. I hope it solves the problem, or at least gives you a lot of relief. I know it can be quite hard living with chronic pain, so I hope that goes well for you. Yeah, I'm trying to set up my my rig. I have a Jesus 991A for FT8, and I've downloaded this software called WSJT, and I'm almost there, but I'm having problems with the configuration. I keep on getting a rig error. So if anybody out there is listening to this and has a little bit of expertise in this area and can help me out, if you can contact me on my QRZ page, you'll see my call name is VA3CDV, and there's an email there where you can reach me. So if anybody out there can give me a hand, I'd much appreciate it. Back to you, Chuck, and again, hope your procedure goes well, and thank you for doing the net.
Okay, Cal. Quickly again, what's the issue?
Well, when you set up FT8 on a computer, I'm using a Mac, which is a little bit different than Windows, but there's a bunch of configurations you have to do. There's a software called WSJT that you use to interface with the radio, and there's some tweaks that need to be done, and I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong, but I keep on getting this error that says that there's a rig error, which tells me that some sort of parameter is not right between the software and the USB cable that carries the signal to and from my radio. So I think that's what it comes down to, and I've been trying to do it myself and striking out. So anyway, back to you.
VE3BK.
Contact.
Okay, VE3BK, and we have a contact in there. Rick, I've got you in the log. Just stand by. Mac, go ahead.
Yep, thanks, Chuck. Just wanted to let Cal know that YouTube University is your best friend when it comes to configuring WSJTX, and they've got lots of videos on there that will help you walk through the rig control errors, and you'll be able to figure that out without a problem. Usually it's just about selecting the right COM port, but then also when you go through it and set up the correct parameters in the rig general setup. Anyways, some homework on YouTube University. Thanks again, Chuck. And if I'm not mistaken, I also heard Emnon in the background, but I'll let you work that out. Back to you, Chuck.
Can I respond to that, Chuck?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, Mac, thanks. I think you're right about I think it is coming down to a COM port issue.
and I've spent the better part of the day on YouTube. Actually found someone who's setting up the 991A with an iMac. So that was the closest I got to an identical setup. But despite that, there's just certain things that people are doing a little bit differently on YouTube. Everybody has their own take on it. I haven't found the right combination yet, but I'm continuing to watch videos, and I'm hoping I can crack it. But if not, who knows? I'll probably give up for a while, or maybe I'll get some help. But I think it is coming down to a communication problem between the radio and the software, and I think it is a COM port thing. But anyways, thank you, and back to you, Chuck, and thanks for the time to express this problem.
Yeah, sure thing there, Cal. I know I have, I don't do FT8, but I've sort of looked into it. And I do know that you have to, like I have the Yaesu 857, and I know that you have to set the baud rate and things like that in the settings of the radio prior to setting up the software. So there might be some internal settings in the 991A that you have to first address. So hopefully you get that figured out, and someone can look you up on QRZ and email you with some tips. And I believe that's VA3CDV, correct?
Yeah, that's right, Chuck. And I did do things like match up the baud rate. So I think I'm pretty close. I think it's probably something stupid or some little parameter I need to change. So I'll get there in time. But if someone's listening who might have some ideas, I'd appreciate it. Anyways, Chuck, don't want to tie up the frequency with this stuff. So I'll send it back to you, and I'll listen in. Thank you.
Okay, very good, Cal. All right, so Max says Amnon might be in the wings there, so let's bring him in. VE3AJF, are you out there? Okay, well, there's that S4 noise level there, Amnon, I'm getting, and I'm going to need a relay from Mac, if you will, because I only caught maybe 40% of that. You're coming in right with my noise level at an S4 there, Amnon. Over to you, Mac.
All right, very good. Good evening, Amnon. Good to hear you with my usual configuration. Preamp on. S9 signal on 2 meters, very good. Chuck's got an S4 noise floor right now, so you're coming in just slightly below that. Anyways, good for you to check into the net. Certainly appreciate it. And it is definitely good to hear you on the radio. Any other traffic that I can pass for Chuck? Let's just say he's temporarily hearing impaired. Certainly appreciate your check-in, though. Assume you're in and out, Roger. Okay, very good. So Chuck, he's still got you with somewhere between an S2 and an S3 condition, and he's somewhat apologetic that he doesn't check in more frequently, but it's either too busy or bad conditions. But he wanted to take this opportunity to check in tonight. He's not sticking around for long, but that's, what do you say? Here for a good time, not a long time. Back to you, Chuck, with any final traffic for him.
Okay, Amnon. Well, thank you very much for checking in, my friend, and it's nice to hear you. And I heard you quite well the other night there, or the other day, I should say, when I checked in on the Simplex Net in your area, and I'll try to check in more often. And thank you for your check-in tonight, and we'll talk to you again soon. Thanks again.
That's a 73 for now from M9, VE3 AJF, VA3 IMW. I'll turn it back to net control.
And thank you to Mac of VA3IMW. Much appreciated. And before we continue on, I'd like to say hello to everyone on YouTube, in case some people are wondering. Because this is a Simplex Net, not everyone can hear everyone else. And so I stream the net on YouTube so people can hear other stations that they can't hear. And we obviously encourage the use of relays. So it's nice to have stations in the area to relay for us when we can't hear. And so on YouTube, just type in my call, VA3CJZ, and you can look for us live there tonight, or look for the title AREG Week 1619. And with that, I'd like to say hello to Steel City Coach Sean, VE3FNI, checking in with us on the YouTube stream, as well as Wade, VA3NCA, November Charlie Alpha, and Wayne B, VA3FMB. And who do we have here? Also, we have Jeff, VE3 November Victor Yankee. He's saying hello from Cuba. Well, hello, Jeff. Hola. Bring me back some cohibas, would you? And Albert on holidays, sitting by the fire with a couple of beer skis. VA3 Bravo Tango. Thanks, Albert. Appreciate you checking in. Hope you're having a great time. And so Bill, I noticed, just checked in now. VE3 India Uniform Kilowatt. Thanks for checking in, Bill. Much appreciated. All right, with that, let's see who else is out there would like to check in with us here on the weekly Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is VA3 CJZ.
You couldn't have forgot BK.
Oh, I didn't write him down in my log yet. I got distracted. So let's do that first. VE3 Bravo Kilowatt.
Yeah, good evening, Chuck, and everybody on that. And I've been waiting here patiently, and these guys are not waiting for any kind of break there to come in, so I could have checked in there if I had walked on somebody. But anyway, when I did put in my call, I wanted to tell Cal, if you're still listening, VA3CVD or whatever, I forget to call it, CVE. Anyway, Cal, you want to check with Marty, V3QEE. He is a Mac guy. He's a Mac guy. He don't have the same radio as you, but he does FT8, and he prefers his Mac or Apple computer. So anyway, that was something I thought I would throw in there. Also, I'd like to say hello to our friend there, V3KCI. Good to hear him in there. And George, we've been talking to George since the Monday Night Net. Thanks for the plug there, Chuck. So George V3LGG, and he's back into the hobby, and that's good. And trying out different antennas, so that is a plus there too. Anyway, Cal, you want to check with Marty, and he might be able to help you out somewhat. So anyway, that's all I got, Chuck. I'm just listening along, and I've been here since before 8 o'clock. VA3CJZ, V3BK.
Okay, Rick. Well, I'm not sure if Cal is a Mac person, but I think he just mentioned that the video that he did find, the guy was using a Mac computer. So let's ask Cal there, VA3CDV.
Yeah, thanks, Chuck. I am a Mac user primarily, but I do have a Windows machine. But it's just more convenient for me to use my Mac because I have 3 monitors hooked up to my Mac, whereas my Windows only has a monitor. So anyway, I'm trying to find a solution on the Mac machine first. And thanks for that referral to Marty. I know Marty quite well. I wasn't aware that he was using FT8 in the Mac until you said that. So I appreciate the advice, and I'll certainly follow up. Thanks again. Back to you, Marty. Sorry. Back to you, Chuck.
All right, no worries. Okay, Rick, by the way, since KCI is here, do you want to say hello? Go right ahead.
Yeah, you got a good copy on me there, Art? V3KCI, V3BK.
No problem.
Roger. So you're enjoying that 7100. That's good. And I know the screen's a little bigger and it's a touch screen, but yeah, you're finding your way around on that radio there quite well. Yeah, well, sometimes you have to put them things so you can look right into the front of it there, I guess. With your eyesight, that's unfortunate, but anyway, yeah, too bad they haven't got more HF rigs that talk to you and tell you what frequency you're on. I think Ken would used to have them, but I'm not sure they have any more like that now. But you might check with the NIB guy for that. Yeah, Roger. You're coming in well here too, and it's just got to be a location there for Chuck. He's getting a noise level too, and I'm getting no noise level here. So, and of course, you're on my big X50. My X50 is up about 50 feet, so it works darn good there. I can even talk to the guys in St. Catharines at their wreck on Simplex, so that's pretty good. Anyway, good to hear you on there, Art. There, go ahead. Yeah, Roger. We'll see you then. And yeah, there's a few guys can't come. Marty, we're talking about Marty V3QEE. He won't be able to make it because he's going to be at the Warplane Heritage with some cadets. Air cadets are coming in, so he's going to be there Saturday morning to entertain them. So that's it. It's all priorities. Same as some of the guys can't make it to that POTA park on the air, and it's whatever you got, enjoy. So that's all I can say there. So anyway, and back to Kel, Matt, you might go on the HAR CIO group and put in a request for some help there too as well, Kel. But Marty might be able to help you because he is an Apple guy, and he does have simulated for the computer simulated Microsoft. Anyway, I'm watching your YouTube there, Chuck. Good job.
Comment?
That's good, Art. Okay, we better turn back to net, and Chuck, I'm watching the YouTube here too, but I can't listen to it, and I did hear that problem there when I first started. I heard that problem. So anyway, back to that. VA3CJZ, V3BK. Good talk there.
Okay, there was a comment in there from Wade, I believe. Go ahead.
VA3CJZ, VA3NCA, and also for Art, I believe it's 7100 you have there, and so if you are looking for a speech function, you can hit the speech button right below the VFO. It's the top right-hand button on the board, and it'll read off the current frequency. And also, I think the signal strength, I don't recall, but frequency, it'll read it off to you audibly, so if that helps. Back to you.
Is that an option, Wade?
I'm not picking up Art on return, so could you possibly relay?
Yeah, Rick, what did Art say? What was his reply?
Or does it come with the basic radio?
The ICOM 7100, you doubled at the start, so I missed the start, but I think you were asking, is it a base function? It is a base function. It's the same button as the lock key. So if you long press the key, it will lock the controls, so you can't bump the VFO. If you just short press it, it'll read out audibly your current frequency. When you look at the front panel, the little alarm clock style front panel of the IC7100, directly below and a little to the right of the VFO knob is the button he wants. And if he pushes it just once, short push, it'll read off the frequency.
Okay, did you get that, Art? Yeah, bottom right of the VFO. So is that the same button for the lock key? You hold it in and it will give you the frequency you're on?
It's the other way around. If you press and hold it, it will lock the controls, and it will only unlock the controls if you press and hold it a second time. But if you just press and release it, it will speak the frequency to you.
Okay, that's to the bottom right of the VFO knob there, Art. So that's good to know anyway. Yeah, Art has trouble seeing stuff, so he might need some help. But anyway, bottom right of the big knob there, Art. Yeah, I can understand that. Okay, thanks for that, Wade. And Wade, while I got you on here, I understand you're a new examiner. Is that right?
Yeah, QSL. Yeah, I have. I've been a U.S. Examiner for about a year, and I've been a Canadian one now for, I guess, about 2 months. So, joining the ranks of trying to return the favor to the community. So, yeah, I am.
Well, congratulations on that, and thanks for the information. Anybody looking to get examined will know where to send them.
Yeah, absolutely. I welcome anybody who is looking, and that's for upgrades or for if you know anybody who's looking to get their license. I'm happy to do it. I'm actually I do a lot of them remote, so I do them over the internet, but I'll also do them in person if the people prefer. So either way, and I always I did work with Christian there to do a round at the university at McMaster. Between Christian and I and whoever else in the area wants to help out, we like making new hams. So thanks for that. And good luck there, Art, with getting that speech feature. It works quite well. Be careful you don't lock yourself out. But if you do, you just repeat the process with another long press, and it should be good for you. Okay, thanks, Rick, and thanks, Art, and I'll send it back to whoever needs to pick it up, the A3NCA.
All right, very good, gentlemen. Glad that was helpful, hopefully. And Art, let us know how that works out. Rick, before I keep going, there's a gentleman on the YouTube stream that is saying thank you, I believe, to you, Jack. His name is Jack, and he said he heard the referral to Marty, and he wanted me to thank you for that referral.
Okay, very good. Yeah, well, Marty loves his back, so he's a good guy to check with, and he doesn't have a 991A, but he knows he does run FT8, and he likes his back, so he should be able to help out.
Okay. It turns out that Jack is also known as Cal. VA3CDV that was just on there. So, okay. Now we know. All right then. So let's see. Does anyone else have any announcements they'd like to make? Have any questions or comments or check-ins for this week's Amateur Radio Exchange Group? Please come now. This is VA3CJZ.
VE3 LBI.
VE3 ZJC.
Okay, I heard two stations there, LBI and ZJC. Well, let's bring in Larry. VE3 LBI, come on in.
Okay, I'm going to let you pick up Jason. I have to run for a couple of minutes, but I will be back. So grab Jason there, and I'll be back as soon as I can. VE3 LBI.
All right, very good then. So let's bring in Jason. VE3 Zulu Juliet Charlie.
Good evening, Chuck, everybody else on net. Larry, make it quick because I don't got a whole ton of traffic today. In fact, I've got next to none. Little late to the AREG tonight, good sir. Had something pop up after dinner there, and yeah, work stuff. So anyway, got here a little bit ago. Just giving you a check-in, sir. Thanks for doing it, Chuck. VE3 ZJC, back to net.
Okay, very good, Jason. Yeah, that darn work thing, eh? All right. Well, thanks for checking in, Jason. And geez, I forgot. I was going to say something, and I got a blank. But you sounded good as always, Jason, and do appreciate you checking in. Yeah, that's right. We're coming up on trivia and on this day, so let's see. First of all, if anyone else is out there would like to check in with us here on the weekly AREG Net, please come now. All right, nothing heard. We've got a good bunch of check-ins tonight, that's for sure. So let's go to our trivia, and we'll pick up where we left off last week, and do that. Let's see, is it this one or is it the one next to it? Next door. All right. So, does anyone know what European country is said to have invented hot dogs? Is it A, Belgium, or B, Spain, C, Germany, or D, France? Who invented hot dogs? Belgium, Spain, Germany, and France.
Let's go with Germany.
Yeah, you know, they're famous for their bratwursts and all that. So very good, Mac. It is Germany, and Wade got it right. And Bill, you see, Bill, VE3IUK. I waited for you to join us before we started the trivia. I know how much you like that. And by the way, Bill, I have started going through those audiobooks. I'm roughly at 500 or number 525, and I've copied some of them that I would like. And once I finish going through the list, I'll put that together there, and we can get together and exchange that. So very good then. Okay, so let's go to the second one here. Oh, first of all, let me finish the answer. Of course, it was Germany. The people of Frankfurt claim to have invented hot dogs in the year 1487, though Vienna, Austria, also claims to have invented it. Okay, here's an interesting one. Which continent has the largest freshwater resources? Is it Africa, Antarctica, Asia, or Australia? There's no North America there, Wade. It's Africa, Antarctica, Asia, or Australia?
It would have to be Antarctica, because if you melted down all that ice and snow, you'd probably have a lot of palatable water.
Absolutely, Mac. You get a gold star. Antarctica. Antarctica contains 70% of Earth's fresh water and 90% of the ice.
Little extra ice for your drink.
Oh, I wish I had that sound effect. You know, the ice clink in the glass. All right, maybe I'll get a list of sound effects. All right, what U.S. state grows the most coffee beans? Is it Florida, California, New Mexico, or Hawaii?
Art says Hawaii.
Art is correct. The largest coffee farm in the United States is Hawaii's Kauai Coffee Estate. Very good, Art. I wonder if they have those cats that eat the coffee beans and poop them out there. Where is that? Anyone know?
Well, the cats are civets, but I thought that was African.
Yeah, I just don't know where they do that. I don't know why you would. Anyways, let's not go there. Okay, what is the oldest city in the world? Is it Jerusalem, Tel Aviv, Damascus, or Athens? Jerusalem, Tel Aviv, Damascus, or Athens? Oldest city in the world.
Yeah, Art says Jerusalem, but I think it's Damascus.
And the correct answer is, in fact, Damascus. Way to go. And also Wade and Sean, FNI, and Bill all got it right. Damascus, located in Syria. Damascus is thought to have been inhabited as early as 8,000 BC.
Right, break.
All right. Made it back from the ER. Come on in.
Victor Alpha 3 Alpha X3 Juliet. Just checking in here, Chuck. A little late.
All right, Rick, you are not number one. But thank you for checking in, Rick. Everything going okay?
Yeah, everything's great. It's just great.
Oh, when you say it like that, I detect sarcasm.
Maybe a little bit, but yeah, we're good.
Okay, very good then. Anything you want to share with the group?
Not really. Just worked my butt off all day today. And I hope I don't pay for it tomorrow. I don't think it will, but no, not really, Chuck. I'm just a late one. I'm just in late tonight, so I just actually turned the radio on. I thought it was actually Thursday, and I looked at my clock and I'm like, hey, Jesus, I'm missing something here.
Yeah, just like I started the Oopsie Net thinking it was a Tuesday. That's okay. We all have moments like that there, Rick, but thanks for jumping in, and you're just in time for the fun part. All right, VE3MQ, Tom, come on in.
Good evening to everybody. Just sat down in the shot here and thought I would come in and say good evening to all.
All right, very good, Tom. Well, you're sounding good tonight. Great signal and audio. And what do you have on the go right now? Any I think I heard you mentioning something about antennas, or what's going on with you?
Yeah, took my truck in today. It'll be gone for 2 weeks, they say, or 16 days or something like that. So I got a 2022 Dodge Ram 1500 rental while my truck's being repaired. And yeah, I'm getting ready to build a doublet and going camping this weekend up at Lake Erie.
Oh, very nice, very nice. And yes, that's right. You did mention the doublet there the last time we spoke, and I had forgotten that. So, very good, very good. And so, what's wrong with the truck? The wife just got a recall letter from Ford in the mail today. There, so I have no idea. She hasn't opened it yet. So, what's up with your truck?
Some idiot decided to back into the back passenger door.
Oh no, that's like Butch. Somebody that lives not too far from Mark or RYI. He had the neighbor look at his security camera in the middle of the night. Somebody just backed right in, like pretty hard.
Yeah, well, this girl, I was parked, and this girl just hopped in her car, didn't even look at her camera, never looked at nothing, and bang, right into the back door, creased the door all up. Those new bars that I just got from Michigan, bent them, and also bent the rockers and the door corner on the truck. $8,000 for the damage.
Oh, yeah. Same thing with Butch there. He was in the house sleeping, and he was in the middle of the night. His car was just parked there, and somebody decides they're going to back up until they hit something, and then, oh, okay, I'll put it in drive and take off. Didn't even, leave a note, didn't do anything. And I'm sure there's a couple of grand damage on his too. So those, what do you call those step up bars there? That all got bent, eh?
Yeah, the ones I paid $50 for in Michigan when I was there at the Speedway, they're worth $1,000 here.
Beautiful. Well, you get some shiny new chrome. Well, yeah, so that's unfortunate. Now, does that mean your insurance is going to go up?
And first of all, no chrome, yuck, black. And nope, my insurance will not go up because it was no fault insurance. And I don't even have to pay the deductible. Her insurance covers it all.
Beautiful. Well, you got to love it when things work out like that, eh? Because they don't always do.
Well, this is it. And I'll be seeing how this truck behaves with my the Hemi's okay, but the Pentastar V6, we'll see how that thing handles 8,000 to 9,000 pounds pulling.
Oh, you're taking it to go camping, right? All right, yeah. Well, you never know. Those things are they're fairly strong. Some of those V6s there.
That's it. Okay, Chuck, carry on. V3MQ.
Okay, that's Tom in East End here, not too far from me. And so with that, let's see who else is out there would like to check in with us here on the weekly amateur radio exchange group. This is VA3CJZ. All right, did I miss anyone?
Victor Alpha 3, Papa Delta Echo.
Papa Delta Echo. Haven't heard that call in a while. VA3 PDE. Aaron, good evening. Come on in.
Good evening, and I'm glad that you're able to look that up pretty quick there. Yeah, I don't normally get on the radio, but Dad's got the net up, so I figured I'll just throw a bean in the pot there.
Okay, very good. Well, my logbook, when I enter a call sign in, it automatically searches QRZ. So it just pops up. I knew it was one of his two girls. I wasn't sure which one. So very good. How are things with you?
Things aren't too bad. I'm currently on unemployment from work because I'm doing a field placement for college through Gore Park Community Outreach in downtown Hamilton. So I've been doing that 5 days a week, Tuesday to Saturdays, as well as being a human taxi.
Yes. When you have a vehicle and others don't, they call on you for favors. Just I can just imagine your dad there has a pickup truck, and a few guys are probably asking him, "Hey, can you haul this? Can you haul that?" That's always the way. Well, good for you. With all that going on in your life, it's unfortunate you're unemployed, but I'm sure that won't be for long.
Well, unemployment's paying me until at least December to get school done, and then hopefully I'll look for a better job than Tim Hortons.
Absolutely. Absolutely, yeah. Is your mom still working there?
Yeah, she's still doing the night bake there.
Oh, okay, very good then. Well, say hello to her for me. Tell her Chuck says hi, and thank you for your check-in once again, Aaron. Have a great rest of the evening, and don't be shy. Come on in next week.
Yeah, I'll do that. And it was good to hear from you. And hello to everybody who's on net right now. And I'll be sure to check in another time.
All right. Of course, we're also streaming the net on YouTube, so you can actually watch it. You can watch it after the net is over, tomorrow, tonight. You can go on right now and listen in. Just move the slider back and forth. The time now is 9:12 p.m. And if you go to 9:10, I have a clock on all the cameras. And you can find us by going to YouTube and typing in my call sign, VA3CJZ. And tonight, our title is AREG Week 1619. So if you care to listen to yourself on the air, you can do that. All right, Aaron, thanks again. And let's see who else is out there would like to stop in and say hi, test out their antennas. This is VA3CJZ. All right, nothing heard. Let's quickly check the contest situation. I was caught a little late today. I was having issues with my laptop and did not get everything in order. But here we are now on the contest page. And we have an RTTY contest for 2 days. That's the only contest for 48 hours. And that's the CQ Worldwide DX contest, RTTY. And that's for 10 meters, 15, 20, 40, and 80. And next we have the Maine QSO party for the state of Maine. That's on, that's for CW and phone. And it's for 10, 15, 20, 40, 80, and 160 meters. And again, the Maine QSO party. Next, we have an India QSO party from India. It's called the ARSI space VU DX contest. And that's for sideband and CW. And there's only 4 bands. That's 10 meters, 15, 20, and 40. I have yet to make contact with anyone from India. Maybe this weekend we'll see if we can pick somebody up if the conditions are favorable. Next, we have a Europe only, so we'll skip that one. And then we have the Masonic Lodges on the air. So if you're a Freemason, so it's for sideband and 10 meters, 15, 20, 40, and 80. And then we have a AM contest. Amplitude Modulation QSO Party, the AWA Amplitude Modulation QSO Party, and that's for 10 meters, 20, 40, 80, and 160 on AM only. That's interesting. All right, and that's pretty much it. There are a bunch of really, really small, short, I should say, contests. If you want more information, just open up a web browser and type in contestcalendar.com. You can get all the contests and the information there. Does anyone have any announcements that they'd like to make? Please come now. How about Larry, VE3LBI? Have you made it back yet? I guess not. Well, thanks for reminding me, Jason, on the YouTube stream. But Larry is still busy. So with that, let's continue on with a little bit more of our trivia. Pretty interesting tonight. So next we have which one of the 7 natural wonders of the world is found in Africa? Is it Victoria Falls, the Serengeti, Mount Kilimanjaro, or the Red Sea Reef? Now, which one of these is the 7 natural wonders of the world found in Africa? Anyone? Well, the answer is Victoria Falls. The falls along the Zambezi River are also called Thundering Smoke and Boiling Water. Those are probably the local names for them.
Good job, Art.
Thank you. And I'm going to call it tonight because I'm still not feeling 100% better than flu for the last 2 to 3 days. So everybody else has somebody close to 73 and
Hey, I heard Art. I only got an S3 signal, but I guess because my noise floor fell, I was able to hear everything that Art said. All right, Art, sorry you're not feeling well, but I do appreciate your checking in, my friend. And see, we can talk to one another when the conditions are a bit more favorable. So thanks again, Art. Take care, my friend. We'll talk to you again next week. Let us know how that button on the lock there, the lock button tells how it tells you the frequency.
He's gone fast. Anyways, that button works really well. It actually gives you a signal report as well as a frequency.
And mode.
All right. Very good then. Thanks, Wade. Okay, so let's continue. Now we're at where was the world's first speeding ticket issued? Is it France, England, United States, or Canada? First speeding ticket issued.
It has to be France. They got speed cameras everywhere.
Well, Coach got it. VE3FNI, it is in fact England. The driver was rumored to be going an astounding 8 miles per hour. Believe it or not. All right, so we'll wrap that up for now for trivia. We still got a little bit of on this day to do. And with that, do we have any questions, comments, or check-ins for this week's AREG Net? Please come now.
I'll bet the speeder was on the wrong side of the road, too, VA3NCA.
Yeah, and he probably was interfering with a horse. Oh, it's not Sean. Well, Coach, do you have a call?
He's going to be our new ham once he gets through the gauntlet of the test. I think Steve was out there visiting with him tonight to help him through the process of the course leads him up to taking the test.
Yeah, that's Mark, though, right?
Isn't that one and the same?
I'm not sure. That's why I was asking. All right. Nonetheless, it's time. Where are we? It's time for On This Day. But first, I've got to pull the file up. And where do I have it? Right here in my documents file. And we're at On This Day 187. All right, let's start off with today's famous birthdays in history. And we'll start with Fletcher Christian. He was born on this day in 1764. Fletcher Christian was an English sailor who led the mutiny on the HMS Bounty. Mutiny on the Bounty. Plenty of movies. There's a book. He was born in England. And I don't know what happened to him, but he was born on this day. Next, we've got Ethel Rosenberg. Her and her husband were both tried and convicted for spying for the Soviet Union. And her husband's name was Julius. But she was born on this day in 1915, and they were both killed at the same time, or at the same time executed, I should say, in 1953. Ethel Rosenberg. All right, next we have Barbara Walters, born on this day, 1929. She's an American broadcast journalist and the first female nightly network news anchor for the Today Show, 2020, ABC TV. She was on The View, and she was born in Boston, Massachusetts. She passed away 2 years ago. Yeah, she does have quite that funny way of speaking. Then again, they put people on TV with speech impediments all the time. People with lisps, speaking for a living. I remember when I was a kid, my dad would say, listen, if you can't say the words properly, you'll never get a job on TV or radio because they don't like people who can't speak properly. Nowadays, they just hire them. Anyways, next, Michael Douglas is celebrating his 80th birthday today, born in 1944. He's been in a bunch of movies, and he was born in New Jersey, and he's the son of Kirk Douglas. And who knew Cheryl Tiegs was almost 80 years old? She's 77, born today in 1947. Cheryl Tiegs was an American model for Sports Illustrated and fashion designer, born in Breckenridge, Minnesota. All right, who watched Happy Days? Potsy, celebrating a birthday today, also known as Anson Williams. Born in 1949, he was Potsy on Happy Days and other things after. Born in Los Angeles, California. Next, Mark Hamill is 73 years old today. Born in 1951, He's most famously known for being in Star Wars as Luke Skywalker. He was born in Oakland, California. After that movie came out, he had a horrible accident and was disfigured and had extensive facial surgeries, many of them. And that's why he was not doing any film for many years. Recently, he's been reprising his role in the newer movies, and good for him. Someone there? Go ahead.
Sorry, Chuck, this is VE3DJZ. I just want to check in if you can hear me okay.
All right, VE3DJZ. Huey, yeah, your audio's a little bit low, but I got you no problem there. Huey, come on in.
All right, just want to check in, say hi. It's been a while.
Yes, it has. Now your audio went up. Very good, because I've got a full signal strength on you there. And how are things going?
Take it day by day, buddy. I'm building up my arsenal here. Again, radios. Getting a new place eventually soon. And soon I'll be back and I'll be back in HF and have a beam up and everything. So it takes time. I know how you went through a lot. I know how you feel, but no one understands what you lose till you lose it all, right?
Yes, sir. And speaking from experience, it's very difficult. And but you'll be back, no problem. Do you think you'll be in a new place before Christmas or after?
It all depends. I might be moving to a building on the 20th floor, or one of the new buildings downtown. Like 25 floors. I don't know yet, but if all works out, this one apartment building, it has like a big roof. You can go upstairs and sit out on the roof and all that. I can set up a wire up there.
That reminds me of Black Bear when he lived in the Wellington apartments, and he had an antenna. He had a big stick or something on the roof there.
Oh yeah, on top of the roof and on a tower, eh?
Yeah, I don't know if there was a tower, but I know he had it on the roof there, and yeah, he got out great on 11 meters.
Oh man, that would splatter everybody. You'd be the king.
Oh yeah, yeah. You wouldn't need an amp from that location. So, anyways, yeah, good luck with that, Huey, and I wish you success sooner than later.
Thanks, Chuck. Thanks. I just want to say one thing on your check here.
Low battery.
I've been on radio with you guys for almost a couple of years now, and all this bickering and fighting over there, I just wish everybody would just get along, you know what I mean, and enjoy it, you know what I mean, and have fun, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. I absolutely agree. I don't know if you're referring to something recent, but I haven't personally heard anything. But yeah, it's okay. Once in a while you're cranky, you're upset, but we do this hobby for fun, and so let's try and keep it that way.
Yeah, recently today at Zoe at 4 o'clock, Kevin was on there, and I guess everybody's fighting with Kevin. Like, I don't know why everybody wants to fight. Just get along. Kevin's a good guy. He knows a lot. He's helped a lot of people out, you know what I mean? He's helped me out. He's helped you out. He's helped Piero. I don't know why, everybody wants to argue and scream and fight. Like, I wish everybody get along like you do on your net. It's so nice. Everybody's get along. Nobody talks nothing. And that's what makes it worse going on the radio, you know what I mean? All the fighting, it just discourages you, right?
Yes, I agree totally there, Huey. I had no idea. I missed it. I don't know what it's all about, how it started, or nothing like that. I usually try and stay away from that now. Um, yeah, I agree with you.
Like I said, I just think everybody should get along. Okay, Kevin's a good guy. And he helps out a lot of people. I know he has his days, but we all have our days, right? I think everybody should just get along and have a good time and enjoy the hobby. And you know what? It'll be more fun. Christmas is coming around the corner again. That time of year is coming by again. We should all get together, have a Christmas dinner, and get to know each other and have fun like you guys do. Meet and greet sometimes. And get along. No hard feelings against anybody. If you have a problem with someone, talk it out, sort it out, fix it. If it can't be fixed, just don't talk to that person. That's all to it, right?
Yeah, yeah. I agree. And I don't want to really get into any discussion about that at this particular time. But yeah, this hobby is supposed to be for fun. And of course, we ask everyone to observe common courtesy on the airwaves, and that includes language and subject matter that is not appropriate. Maybe that's what some people don't like. So we'll just leave it there, Huey, and thank you for your comments.
Yeah, I agree with you. Okay, so you take care of Chuck. Like I said, you're doing a good job. Always doing good. All right, take care. B3 DJs it.
All right, Huey. Thanks for checking in, my friend. We've had a bunch of check-ins tonight. Let's see, where are we? You are number 26 tonight. That is just fantastic. Thank you, everyone, for checking in. I do appreciate it. And with that, let's see if there's anyone else waiting in the wings that would like to check in and say hello, test out their antennas and radio. This is VA3CJZ.
VA3 NFG Portable Mobile.
VA3 NFG Portable Mobile. Steve, come on in.
How you doing, Chuck? Just an in and out for me. 12% left on this HT Handy here, so I don't know how long the battery's going to last. But I guess I'll be checking number 27. That's pretty good there, Chuck. Back to you.
Absolutely. Yeah, you were a little bit on the weak side there at first, but you're obviously moving around a little bit, but you're quite strong now, wherever that location is. But thanks for checking in with your handheld, and it's working just fine.
Yeah, okay. Thanks, Chuck. And I got an early day tomorrow, so I'll be signing off with this transmission here. So everybody have a great night, and take care. It's 73 VA3 and NFG Portable Mobile. We'll be listening to the remainder of the net.
Okay, very good, very good. All right, so since we do have a long list here, well, I'm going to do one more call out, and then we're going to do another round, I think. So do we have any other check-ins, any last-minute check-ins for tonight's net? Please come now. So let's check in on everybody. I know some of you were one and done. Al was one and done. PDL, one and done. Let's see if Bill, VE3MRX, is one and done, or see if he's still there. Let's check in with Miss Debbie, VA3OYL. All right, let's check in with Mac, VA3IMW.
Wouldn't you be shocked if I wasn't here? Still here, listening along. Looking forward to December at Battlefield Park. Any thoughts about being there with us on the 21st?
Oh, on the solstice. Yeah. What day of the week is that?
Saturday.
All right. Well, it would be a tentative yes for me, but I'll know more the closer we get to the date.
I got an extra bicycle up here if you want.
Yeah, but if I fall off, I don't know if I can get back on.
You could raise some cane.
Bing, bang, boom. Yeah. Okay.
And we could also alt for some training wheels or something like that. But anyways, yeah, we're going to keep that date in front of us and see how everybody deals with it. I'm pretty pumped with having another opportunity for us to get together, and early part of December is not too bad. I'm definitely not going to schedule something like this in February, but you never know.
Oh.
We've been investing very heavily in global warming, so we're looking for some return on our investment. Anyways, I'm here for the duration, Chuck. Back to you.
Yeah, February. Yeah, let's do it on Valentine's Day. Our wives will love that. Okay, yeah. So we'll see how it goes, and it was a lot of fun. And then Albert. We'll have to hear from Albert when he comes back from his vacation. And I forget how many check-ins he got there on Monday night, but I think he's got the bug there. He said he was hunting today, but conditions were not that great, so we'll see.
Well, conditions were better than what everybody thought it was going to be. I got home and quickly turned on the radio. Nobody spotted on 40 meters, but I flipped over on 20 meters and made immediate contact with VE1 RPX out in Nova Scotia with a nice S9 signal, and started to work Mississippi, Missouri, and all the usual candidates down in the southern states on 20 meters. And everything was working just the way it should be, or better than it should have been.
Yeah, well, I didn't have any luck at all. I couldn't hear hardly anyone. Myself, must have been the time of day. We were supposed to get hit at 5 p.m. today with the solar flare that we had on Sunday. And they were expecting a geostorm. So, yeah, it must have just been the time that you came on, things were clearing up. But for the most part, I had no luck. But there's always another time.
That's called tomorrow.
Yes, or later after the net. Some Europeans that are up late or up early, however you want to look at it. So, anyways, anything else, Mac?
Well, that's it for now. Is this the 73 round, or am I? Yeah, okay.
No, I'll squeeze in another 7-3 round, I'm sure. So let's quickly go down the list then and check again with Debbie, VA3 OYL. How about Kevin, my neighbor, VA3 November Echo? VA3 NCA, Wade.
VA3C2Z, VA3NCA, yeah, still here, Chuck, listen along. Yeah, it's been a good net and lots of check-ins today, which is good to hear. And I'll be listening along, I guess, for the 7-2 round and everything in between, especially everything in between. Back to you. Thanks.
All right, very good. How about Larry? Is he back? VE3 LBI.
I'm back. I'm sorry I had to skip away, but yes, we're back. I won't tie it up. Have a pleasant day. Always pick up the grandson on Wednesdays. Nice enough that we could play a little badminton in the backyard. So he's learning and having a lot of fun, and he's really enjoying school.
Oh, that's good. Well, you get to interact with other kids, and yeah, that's always fun until they get to high school. Then the hard work starts. Okay, Larry, thanks for checking in, my friend. Appreciate it. Let's see if Jason is around. VE3 Zulu Juliet Charlie. How about Rick? VA3 AXJ.
Yep, still here. Still here listening. I'll be here for the duration. So far, so good. Yeah, other than that was that's good net. When I caught it, I got in late tonight, but yeah, he's doing a fine job, Chuck. We won't tie it up. I'll wait for the third on the 7-3 rounds, and I'll be here for that anyhow. Okay, back to you.
All right, very good, Rick. Just doing a quick checkup on everyone here. How about Tom? VE3MQ. All right, so let's finish up with our on this day, and we are still at the birthdays, I believe. Let me pull that up here. On this day, Christopher Reeve was born on this day. Superman. He was born in 1952. Sadly, passed away in 2004. He was the Superman in the movies of the late 70s, I think 79, because Superman 2 came out in 1980. And unfortunately, he had a accident falling off of a horse and really messing up his neck. Born in New York City. Next, we have Michael Madsen, born on this day, 1958. You might remember him in Reservoir Dogs, where he cuts off the ear of a certain someone. He was also in Free Willy. He was a much nicer guy in that movie. Born in Chicago, Illinois. And Heather Locklear was born on this day in 1961. That would make her 63. She was on T.J. Hooker. She was on Dynasty, and I'm sure she was the first pinup girl of the 70s that every teenager wanted to have her up in their bedrooms on the wall, or never mind. She was born in L.A., Los Angeles, California. And also born on this day is Will Smith. Born on this day, 1968. And I don't have anything else to say about him at this time. And finally, Catherine Zeta-Jones. I believe that's Michael Douglas's wife. She's celebrating her 55th birthday. Born in 1969. She's a Welsh actress. I must be thinking of someone else. Born in Wales. And that's it for famous people born on this day in history. Next, we go to who died today in history. And we start off with Coco the Clown. Now, there was a picture associated with this guy. Now I remember why I never watched him. He was scary looking. He reminded me of, what was his name? Edward Gacy, the serial killer. Anyways, he was born in 1900, passed away in 1974. He was a Russian-born British clown, famous in the mid-20th century. He was 73 when he died. Coco the Clown. Scary clown. All right, passing away on this day in 1980, John Bonham. He was only 32 years old. John Bonham was an English rock drummer for the band Led Zeppelin. Dies from asphyxiation after heavy alcohol intake. Next, we have missed it by that much. Don Adams passed away in 2005 on this day. He's an American comedian and Emmy Award-winning actor for the series Get Smart. He dies from complications of lymphoma at the age of 82. That was back in 2005. Who remembers the song Moon River? That's Andy Williams. He passed away in 2012. They have him listed here as an American pop singer. Dies from bladder cancer at the age of 84. And next we have Arnold Palmer, passed away in 2016. Of course, he's a legendary American golfer, has 7 major titles, U.S. Masters, and all kinds of trophies. He dies of heart failure at the age of 87. And in 2023, on this day, last year, David McCallum passed away. He's a Scottish-American actor. You might remember him as Ducky on the NCIS series. But before that, he was Ilya Kuryakin on The Man from U.N.C.L.E. He played a Russian British agent on that series, The Man from U.N.C.L.E. I used to love watching that. So David McCallum was 90 years old when he passed away. And that's it for famous people passing away on this day. Any questions, comments, or check-ins for this net? Please come now. All right, let's go to today's historical events, and we'll start with the year 1237. This one's interesting here because we have the Treaty of York is signed between Kings Henry III of England and King Alexander II of Scotland, establishing a boundary between the two countries. And it is mostly unchanged to this day. So the line that separated Scotland and England is goes all the way back to 1237. All right, next we have Benedict Arnold defects in 1780. American Army officer Benedict Arnold defects to the British. (1875) Billy the Kid escapes jail in Silver City, New Mexico, by climbing out of a chimney, and therefore becomes a fugitive. 1890, the Sequoia National Park is established by U.S. President Benjamin Harrison, California's first national park and the country's second national park. 1890 is the year.
The first park to park.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, the year is 1911, and groundbreaking begins in Boston for Fenway Park back in 1911. And then in 1926, Henry Ford announces an 8-hour, 5-day work week for workers at the Ford Motor Company. 1926, that's when it all started. In 1926, also, Mackenzie King is re-elected as Prime Minister of Canada. I believe his full name is William Lyons Mackenzie King. In 1926, also, this is the third one now. First was Ford, and then Mackenzie King, and now the NHL grants franchises to the Chicago Blackhawks and the Detroit Red Wings. Next, in 1933, Netherlands opens the Afsluitdijk, I can't say it, a dam and motorway that completes its damming of the Zuiderzee, an inlet of the North Sea, considered one of the 7 engineering wonders of the modern world. So it's apparently quite the dam. To be considered one of the engineering marvels of modern times. Next, in 1934, Lou Gehrig plays his 1500th consecutive game. So without missing 1,500 games. And wow. Next, let's go to baseball. In 1936, Joe Medwick sets a still-standing National League record with his 64th double. So next we go to 1956. The transatlantic telephone cable goes into operation from Newfoundland to Oban. Oban is in Scotland. So a transatlantic telephone cable from Newfoundland to Scotland. I don't know if you've ever seen old footage or video footage of these ships with these giant lines of cable laying them on the ocean floor. Quite interesting to watch. Next, let's go to 1957. 300 U.S. Army troops guard 9 black kids returning to Central High School in Arkansas. Remember last week when I said the National Guard was sent out, or because, 1,000 white people walked out of the school when these black students showed up. That's right. All right. Check this out. The year is 1966, and we have the smallest Yankee Stadium crowd. Can anyone guess the number? The smallest Yankee Stadium crowd was 413 spectators to watch the Chicago White Sox win 4-1 against the Yankees. Wow. All right, the year is 1973. A 3-man crew of Skylab 3 makes safe splashdown in the Pacific after 59 days aboard the Skylab. And then in 1975, Pink Floyd's concept album, Wish You Were Here, reaches #1 in the U.S. and goes on to sell 13 million copies. In 1976, Bono, David Evans, his brother Dick, spelt D-I-K, and Adam Clayton respond to an advertisement on a bulletin board at Mount Temple, posted by fellow student Larry Mullen Jr. to form a rock band, which go on to later become U2. In 1980, comedian Chevy Chase calls Cary Grant a homo on The Tomorrow Show, and a $10 million defamation lawsuit follows, and it was settled out of court for an undisclosed sum. Good old Chevy Chase. I had to look this up, but Cary Grant apparently was a homosexual in his teens, later became bisexual, and in his later years became heterosexual. Very interesting. All right. Next, we go to 1988. American sprinter Florence Griffith Joyner wins the women's 100 meter in Olympic record, 10.54 seconds. That is unbelievably fast because there are men that can run at that speed. Very few of them. 10.54. That's fantastic. All right. And then we have Caitlyn Jenner. In 2015, Caitlyn Jenner officially changes her name from Bruce to Caitlyn and also changes her gender to a woman. So this all happened in 2015. In 2017, the first ever woman graduates from the U.S. Marine Corps Infantry Officer Course. In 2018, comedian Bill Cosby sentenced 3 to 10 years in jail for a 2004 sexual assault and is the first celebrity to be jailed in the, quote, Me Too era. Of course, he paid lots of money to some lawyers to get him out of jail 2 years later on a technicality. Yeah. All right. In 2018, Instagram's co-founders, Kevin Systrom and Mike Krieger, resigned from Instagram and parent company Facebook. So those two co-founders, I don't know. I wonder if they had a payout. And in 2019, Australia's Capital Territory becomes the first state in Australia to legalize recreational marijuana. And we end off tonight's On This Day with the year 2020. And we have Magawa, M-A-G-A-W-A, is an African giant pouched rat. And it's the first rat to be awarded a prestigious PDSA Hero Award for sniffing out landmines in Cambodia. So there you have it. That's it for On This Day in history. I hope you all enjoyed it as much as I did researching it and telling you fine folks all about it. Do we have any questions or comments or check-ins, any last-minute check-ins for this week's AREG? Please come now.
Victor Echo 3, Charlie Echo Uniform.
Ooh, there he is, right under the wire. VE3, Charlie Echo Uniform. Tomash, come on in.
Good evening, Chuck, and everybody else on the net here. Yeah, last minute check-in here. I was doing cleaning up the room here. My sister-in-law is coming this weekend. They're supposed to go to my wife's nephew wedding, so they're doing all kinds of cleaning up in here. So at least I got to make it on the last minute to check in.
Oh, very good. Does that mean you got to pack up all your radio gear?
Well, gotta move it into the next room, so even as though for at least a few days anyways until tomorrow goes back, but yeah, I'll still be able to use it, but the signal will probably be a little bit different, but I'll still try to be around.
Oh, what's the matter? You don't trust her? You don't want her keying up the radio while you're not there?
No, I got the antennas, the coax, and all that stuff. It's just portable stuff, and just have to move it over to the other bedroom. So, so anyways, yeah, nothing else new here, Chuck. Still working away and enjoying the nice weather.
Oh, okay. Right on. Well, that's good then. Well, enjoy the visitation and have a great weekend, Tom. Appreciate you checking in, sir.
You too, Chuck. Have yourself a good evening. A3CJZ, DE3CEU.
By the way, great signal, Tom. And S8, you're peaking at S8, and my noise floor just dropped, and you're full quieting. Beautiful.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I'm using the handheld, not the Yaesu FT817 with the cookie sheet Magnum mouse. So, like I say, I gotta hold this radio up so it keep the signal up as high as it'll go. All right, have yourself 73s there, Chuck. I'll be listening along till the end.
All right, very good, Tomash. Appreciate it. And like I said, take care and enjoy your visitation. All right. So let's see if there's anybody else that wants to be last minute check in for this week's Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is VA3 CJZ. Please come now. All right. So now we're going to do an official 7-3 round. Let's start off with VE3 PDL. Paul, are you around? How about Debbie? VA3 OYL. Victor Alpha 3, India, Mike Whiskey, Mac.
Great net as usual, Chuck. 7-3s, pumpkin time. I'll go QRT.
All right, very good, Mac. Thanks for all your help and for joining us tonight. Okay, next we'll try one more time for VA3 November Echo. All right, let's go to Wade. Victor Alpha 3 November Charlie Alpha. Are you by the radio?
Yeah, still here, Chuck. Listening along. Thanks for doing it as usual. It's a great way to spend a Wednesday, and look forward to it every week. So until next week, probably before next week, here or there, but definitely here. We'll see you then. VA3 and the CA. I'll be clear and back to you.
Okay, very good, Wade. Thanks again for checking in, both on the radio and on the YouTube stream. And glad you enjoyed yourself. It's a great way to spend a couple of hours on a Wednesday evening. Let's go down the list. And who do we have here? Oh, George. VA3 LGG. Let's see if Cal is still around. Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Delta Victor. All right, let's try Rick. VE3 Bravo Kilowatt. All right, let's go to Larry. VE3 LBI.
Still here, Chuck. Listen along. I won't tie it up because I know it's past 10 o'clock. So, anyways, thanks for doing it. 7-3, and everybody have a good evening.
All right, thanks, Larry. Much appreciated. We'll catch Larry on the ZOE Rag Chew on Friday evenings at 8 p.m. on the ZOE repeater, frequency of 443.075 with a positive offset, no tone required. Again at 8 p.m. Stop by, say hello. Next, Jason, VE3ZJC. You still around the radio, Jason? Let's try Rick, VA3AXJ. Last round, Rick.
Yep, still here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take tomorrow off. I think I got one thing to do, but nothing to complain about. Good net. That's about it for now, I guess. I guess I'm gonna be going to RT. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. VA3AXJ, we're going. We'll see you. We'll hear from you next week, Chuck. Good net.
All right there, Rick. Thanks for joining us. And you got your antenna situation all straightened out in your vehicle there?
Yeah, I was on it last week. Who was I talking to? I was in Swiggin. I can't remember who I was yakking to, but it was working good.
All right, glad to hear. Okay, then, Rick, have a good one, my friend, and we'll talk to you again one of these days. I'll be monitoring for you and say hello. All right, VE3MQ, Tom, you still there? How about Huey, VE3DJZ?
Hey, I didn't fall asleep in here, Chuck.
All right, just checking, and it's the 73 round. Want to say thanks for joining us there, Huey, and I hope you you get everything worked out soon.
No problem. When they're old, you can tell when they're old on AM radio, eh? They don't make it past 10 o'clock. All right, good night, buddy. Good job.
Yeah, they got to get up early. I don't know why, but anyways, thanks, Huey. All right, how about Steve on the portable? You still around? Probably got no juice in his radio left. I think that was his 7-3 round. Steve, you there? All right. Okay, so we already spoke to Tomash, and so tonight we had 28 check-ins. Fantastic. That's including all the check-ins on YouTube. Let me rattle some of them off to you. On YouTube, we had, of course, Wade, VA3NCA, and VA3FMB, and we had Steel City Coach, and we had Jeff, VE3NVY, and we had VE3IUK, Bill. Thank you, Bill. And who else? If I missed anyone, I just want to say thank you for joining us on the YouTube stream. And it was a blast doing the net, as it always is for me every week here. 31 years, now into our 32nd year of the AREG net, keeping it going strong. And before I close the net, are there any last-minute check-ins, questions, or comments? Please come now.
Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Delta Victor.
Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Delta Victor. Cal, come on in.
Hey, Chuck, are you still on the same net? I went to watch TV and I just got back and I just heard you call out, but is it the same net?
Yes, sir. It's the 73 round for the 2-hour net that we have from 8 till 10. We're just running it a little bit late here. I just don't cut off everyone and say goodbye. I do a 7-3 round, and if it runs a little late, then so be it.
Okay, well, I'll give you my 73 then and turn it back to you. Thanks so much, Chuck. Appreciate it.
All right, Cal. Very good then. So until next week, we'll be here next Wednesday at 8 p.m. on this frequency, or as I always like to say, we'll be here next week, same bat time, same bat channel. Until then, take care, everyone. Be nice to each other. This is VA3 CJZ saying 731 and all.